Hey, we're back here on Up, Up, and Away, a comic book bullshit podcast hosted by two brothers. My name is Joe, joined as always by my younger brother.
Bruce Banner.
Not your name.
Matt.
Your name is Bruce Gilpin, or it would have been had I had naming privileges when I was 5 years old. What's going on today, Matt? How are you?
I'm good.
As am I. Today, for this episode, we went ahead and we did another rewatch. Every Friday, we rewatch a movie property. Every Tuesday, we come at you with Newsday Tuesday. Tuesday Newsday?
No, you said my thing. It's Tuesday. So
God damn it, I duck season rabbit season myself. Tuesday Newsday. Newsday Tuesday? I can't even remember.
I say Newsday Tuesday, because that's what it should be. And you subconsciously agree with me.
I do not agree with you. You are incorrect. But today we went ahead, that we can argue more about that on Tuesday. Today, we rewatched a movie. We went ahead, watched The Incredible Hulk from 2008, the second movie in the first phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Matt, let people know a couple things about this movie.
All right, this movie was released in the United States on June 13th, 2008. It had a budget of $150 million, another good size.
Let me guess how much it brought in. I'm going to guess it brought in like $350 million.
No, less.
Less? $200 million.
More.
Okay, just tell me.
$263.
Interesting.
So it made profit.
Yeah, for sure.
And, this movie is directed by Louis Leterrier, or Louis Leterrier, I'm not sure which, I think it's Louis.
Much like The One Directioneer. It was directed by him, The One Directioner.
And this movie's starring Edward Norton as Bruce Banner, Liv Tyler.
The Norts, the Ties.
Liv Tyler as Betty Ross, his love interest. Tim Roth, I love Tim Roth, as Emil Blonsky. /
The Abomination.
Spoiler show.
Hey, we're going to spoil the shit out of this movie, so if you haven't watched it, please be aware of that.
And Tim Blake Nelson as Dr. Samuel Stern. Oh, and William Hurt, who is Thunderbolt Ross.
General Thunderbolt Ross. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people coming back. We've only, in the entire run, we're up to phase 3.
Yeah, some 8 years later.
8 years later, however many movies, we've only had one actor return one time, as far as I can tell.
And that was William Hurt.
William Hurt came back for a scene in Civil War.
Yeah. Great scene.
Yeah, great scene, and there's a lot of good actors in this, and we can get to it a little bit later.
There's a couple scenes.
But, a lot of people dropped off. We just haven't seen his characters anymore. This is the only time we will see Edward Norton because he ends up getting recast for Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate just because you like continuity, but, it's Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, do you think that one of the reasons they haven't made another Incredible Hulk movie is because they had to change actors? Definitely doesn't help.
It doesn't help. I don't think so because I think Universal still is distributing these. They still have the rights.
No, really?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
And so I think a solo Hulk movie is just too complicated for them. And that's why I think the Hulk, they're basically going to do Planet Hulk for Thor Ragnarok.
Interesting.
Because they're like, screw it, we can't do it for his own standalone. Let's just put it in that.
We're going to backdoor it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's super great, and I'm super excited for that movie. But that is...
Backdoor Sluts Part 9.
But that is down the line. Like, we haven't even watched Thor 1 for you guys yet.
Yeah. So. Stay tuned.
Thor comes back.
Yeah.
And the Hulk.
Okay. Any more stats on this movie? The Rotten Tomatoes score. Let me guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that this movie got around 70%.
No.
Plus or minus 2.
Minus. Lower than that.
60.
Lower.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't agree with the score.
Yeah, I don't agree with the score at all. What was the score?
57.
This movie got 57? This is much better than 57.
This is much better than the 57.
I haven't seen this movie in a while. I was pleasantly surprised throughout much of it.
So that's the thing, when we see...
couple weird moments.
The only thing that's wrong with this movie is the CGI, really. That's because of its time.
That's part of the problem.
That's true. We'll get into it. But that's the thing, when we look at Rotten Tomatoes, is we often don't agree with them on the things that we watch. I think we both know the biggest example of this.
Say it with me on 3.
Are you going to say it this time, or are you going to say a joke thing like last time?
Fine, I'll goddamn say it. 1, 2, 3. Batman versus Superman. Yeah, no, we both really enjoyed that movie.
And that's a great movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I've gone up to many Twitter fights. But people who hadn't even seen it.
Yeah.
Who were just trashing it. So.
I just don't. People are
so Rotten Tomatoes.
That will end up being a 6-hour podcast when we break down that movie.
It really will. The Ultimate Edition.
There's a podcast out there that exists. I haven't subscribed to it. That just breaks down that movie scene by scene, and every episode for every scene is like 45 minutes long.
Wow.
That's a little much.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
That's a little much there, guys.
We'll move over some dialogue here. Well, there are some scenes in that movie that will take place.
Yeah.
But back to this. But yeah, fuck Rotten Tomatoes, honestly. Don't listen to them.
Are there any more stats you want to throw out here for the Incredible Hulk?
No, I think...
Before we talk about that, should we bring up the 2003 version, Ang Lee's Hulk?
I
mean, you know, it's mostly looked over by most of the comic book universe. They were still kind of trying to figure out the comic book world and what those movies looked like and what the beats of a usual comic book movie were.
We had pretty solid X-Men movies.
Yeah, and we had good Spider-Man, but
that's
a lot of those were person-based. They weren't CGI-based as much. They were like effects, like Magneto moving stuff around and shit, and legs and all.
Spider-Man.
No, it had some, for sure, but it was still, you know, the Green Goblin was a guy. Spider-Man's in a costume.
Right.
The Hulk, that's not just a costume, that's a whole thing.
And the problem with that movie, I shouldn't say I hate that movie. I kind of do.
It did some cool things.
Hulk dog. He only hulked out like twice.
They just playing for the money it took to make him the Hulk. They just couldn't make him the Hulk.
That's what I was thinking. Like they just couldn't really do it.
It's so slow. It's so slow.
I don't remember the last time I've seen it. Maybe we'll watch it.
He doesn't Hulk out until approximately 6.5 hours into that movie, and it's a 13-hour. It's like watching a documentary about like 1920s baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just like,
it's like a Ken Burns film about the Hulk.
Just show me Babe Ruth.
Yeah, goddamn. Get to it. Get to the fucking the foreplay's over.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Maybe we'll rewatch it.
I'm sure we will. We should just do a block of like renowned shitty movies. Throw in like Daredevil and Elektra. We're gonna hold that for when we do a Batman chunk, but like standalones, you know what I mean?
Okay,
yeah, things that
Fantastic Four, all of them.
Oh my god, there's Fantastic Four tie-ins in this movie.
Wait, is there?
Yeah, Kim Blake Nelson.
Oh right, yeah, I thought you meant like they were like teasing.
No, there was no crossover at this point.
Oh shit. Yeah, let me get it. You want to hop into this?
Let's hop into it.
Okay, the film starts.
The beat-by-beat breakdown, baby.
I love the way this film starts. It's like it's showing, if you don't see the accident that transforms Bruce Banner.
It's a very quick 90-second origin montage.
I'm like newspaper clipping.
No sound, all over credits, yeah. Pretty much telling you some tests were going on. Edward Norton, Bruce Banner, changed into the Hulk, and then wrecked up the place. His love interest, Betty Ross, got hurt. General Thunderbolt Ross also got hurt and threatened Bruce.
Yeah. He was conscious.
He was conscious and then escaped.
Yeah. Bruce.
But Bruce, we know, is some sort of monster.
Yeah. And we pick it up. This is 5 years later. They never said that in the movie.
Interesting. We know it's been 5 months since he had any sort of incident.
Yeah, it said 158 days since his last
151, maybe.
Something like that. Bruce Banner is now working at a bottling plant in Brazil.
For sure, and he's spending a lot of time in his off time trying to focus on relaxation and trying to focus on keeping his heart rate as low as possible. Small little cameo from Rickson Gracie, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu red belt, which is like when you're like a super black belt, they give you a red belt.
Yeah.
You can't even get him anymore. He's doing this weird little like stomach abs thing to make every fat geek feel bad about themselves. He is a ridiculous 65-year-old physical specimen.
Yeah, when you told me that there was 65...
He's something up there. No, yeah, he's plus 50. Like, his son is a world champion 8 years ago. His son's a little over the hill at this point.
Yeah, for real. And the movie it starts getting into a little bit of its own rhythm. Like, we see Bruce, he's doing stuff in Brazil.
Yeah.
And he's communicating with somebody online. You see their name, their IM name, as Mr. Blue.
Yeah, he's communicating with a Mr. Blue. He's as Mr. Green. Ironically, he's living in a place called Porto Verde. Bruce, you don't have to go with the green theme all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of hit you over the head with it. Why don't you just send him to Greenland?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, okay, Porto Verde or Greenland.
Greenland's too much like Canada.
Too many white people. It'd be too easy to also speak the language. There's a lot of like him saying the wrong word comedy.
Yeah,
in the first 45 minutes. First 45 minutes of this movie is in Brazil.
And
Fala português? Onde estás terminadas? I just asked, where are all the big bootied women? Where are they at?
Brazil, apparently.
Yeah. You're not lying.
There's then Bruce, when he's in the plant, he's working. I'm not sure exactly.
Soda bottling.
Yeah,
he's just like a lineman on a soda bottling plant.
And he cuts his finger.
Yeah.
And it falls into some bottles.
He contaminates some soda.
But he thinks he gets it all. Like he wipes it all off, but he didn't. Some fell into a bottle.
He's super freaked out. Wipes it all up. There's a big Outcast allegory at this point.
Yeah, I said we were watching. It's almost like people who live with AIDS.
Yeah, or like any kind of bloodborne.
Yeah.
Any contagious disease at all.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And it's just how on edge those people have to live and how careful they really have to be.
That raises the question, is Thunderbolt Ross Ronald Reagan? I say yes. I don't mean this seriously.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it.
He's constantly eating jelly beans. You gotta give him that.
He's constantly calling Betty Mama.
People might not even know that. Reagan was always calling his wife Mama.
Yeah.
That's so creepy. Not even like
we think he has Alzheimer's. So.
Yeah. Oh, we don't think.
Yeah, that's
Continue.
So...
Contaminates the soda.
Contaminates the soda, and Stanley cameo.
Boom! Stan motherfucking Lee!
Stanley is the person who drinks that soda in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and he becomes infected and has the last to see of him.
Yeah. He goes down, he has gamma radiation poisoning.
Yeah, and that information gets back to Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah. Thunderbolt Ross has been on the lookout for any kind of Bruce Bannery information.
Yeah.
This might be a thing. Porto Verde. Verde means green. He's definitely there.
It sends everybody.
Yeah.
And then, so they send a SWAT team to Porto Verde, and that is...
they basically send SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, kind
They've Bin Laden the shit out of that apartment.
They really do. And this led by Russian-born, British-raised Royal Marine Emil Blonsky, played by Tim Roth. And he comes off as just a man of the mission. He's just your typical military man.
For sure.
Get it all done. And then as there's a big escape, Bruce comes into contact with some people who gave him a rough time at the bottling plant, like some of his coworkers.
For sure. Real quick, I think it's interesting that General Ross didn't tell anyone that was going in the truth.
I think that we're going to go get this guy.
Yeah, these guys don't know there's anything weird going on. I think they didn't know. They knew it was a dangerous guy.
Yeah.
They had no idea that they were going to be dealing with somebody.
The government wanted.
Yeah. I think that's interesting to his character that he's that secretive. That he's not. These guys, he has to know it's a serious possibility they're going to face the Hulk.
Yeah.
Is he willing to sacrifice him, or does he just not think the Hulk is going to show up? What do you think he was thinking there?
I think that he had such confidence that they could just get him.
That they could just sneak up on him?
I mean, it's a total military thing to think.
He underestimated his opponent.
Look how good we are.
Yeah, he underestimated.
Yeah.
Bruce is so smart.
And, yeah, we really do see that in the first, and in all of this movie.
Right around this time, yeah.
This is how smart Bruce is. He's doing all this stuff. He's
very resourceful.
Yeah, very resourceful.
That's something that'll come up.
Yeah, and...
That's a theme throughout.
When Bruce is dealing with those guys who gave him the rough time, his coworkers, he transforms.
Yeah.
Into the Hulk.
Basically, he gets all chased down, yeah.
His heart rate, when it gets to about 200 beats per minute, he transforms. And
super convenient for movie-making purposes.
It could have been any number.
Yeah. Do you think he does cardio to, like, keep his heart rate down as much? You know when, like, performance athletes, their, like, heart rate is at, like, a resting 40 or something? That'd be really smart for him to do.
Yeah.
Just like no matter, it's like Lance Armstrong's heart rate can't get above like 70 beats a minute no matter what. Just really smart for him to like constantly, he's on Meldonium and shit.
Why he's in such good shape.
He's just constantly taking performance enhancers to like give him better cardio.
Ironically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then...
This is a very desperate time for Bruce Banner, by the way. Reaching out to
Yeah.
Mr. Blue, he doesn't know who that is at all.
Then
He's
he
sending him blood.
And Mr. Blue sent him like a flower, which they thought might be able to cure it, but it didn't work.
No.
And it super sucks for Bruce. And then this attack happens. They try to get him, and once Bruce hulks out, he wipes the floor with Blonsky's team.
Super horror movie. You never get a good look at it. It's a straight up. It's
Shadow.
It's John Carpenter's The Thing. You know what I mean? You never quite get a good look. He's always in the shadows somehow. Even though he's massive, he tears apart the plant.
He's throwing like forklifts and stuff.
What do you think the people with the plant, like, they show up the net? Oh, what the fuck?
Typical day in Puerto Verde.
Porra! Like, they have no idea what's going on. That's what Brazilian people say for, like, when we say, like, fuck or something like that. They say porra, which means come.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
No, I'm going to start saying that.
Yeah, porra.
No, I'm just going to say come.
Yeah, come. Damn.
This took a gross turn. Banner beats the shit out of Blonsky's team, and then Banner escapes into like the Brazilian jungle.
Yeah.
And we pick him up. He is. He finds out he's in Guatemala. He does not know how he got there, and he basically hitchhikes back to the United States. And during that time, Blonsky goes back and meets with Ross. I think Blonsky's the only person left from that mission, and Ross kind of fills him in on what happened and what this monster is. Because Blonsky's like, Banner had some help. Like, there's something else there.
Yeah.
And Ross is like, that was Banner.
Yeah, he's very obsessed. He feels a challenge.
Yeah, Blonsky is obsessed with the Hulk now. And he tells him about they talk about the super soldier serum.
Yeah. This is the big exposition scene of...
Which I like. I like those kinds of
it's always good. It's always a fun little scene. Bruce was working on some gamma radiation kind of stuff. He didn't know what it was for. He didn't know it was really for a super soldier kind of thing. Super soldiers, big thing in the universe, in the MCU.
Oh yeah, that's what Captain America, that's what Steve Rogers.
Yeah, and everybody since, there's a lot of stories that are driven by
Bucky,
people trying to recreate Bucky,
Red Skull.
There's a ton of super soldier style stuff. The Hulk, obviously, now.
Yeah.
And
Howard Stark worked on that.
And so that's why Bruce is running away. It's because he's afraid that he's just going to become a lab experiment. He's going to be experimented on. He was lied to already.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's a big thing. Not at all.
And Blonsky convinces Ross to give him like a lesser form of the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
That should give him
not a lesser, but just the one they have, which isn't as good.
Yeah. Ross said it was close.
Yeah. It's as close as they can make
and
it.
And it's enhanced speed, strength, agility, and healing.
Yeah.
But also we see a little bit later in the movie, it starts to deform him.
Yeah.
Like his skeleton starts protruding.
It kind of is put out there that it might be driving him insane, or maybe just the power is driving him insane. We never really know.
Yeah. And Bruce...
What's our chicken? What's our egg?
Bruce returns to Culver University, which is where he worked and where Betty worked.
For sure. Along the way, super mean to a fat lady.
Yeah.
He's like looking for a new...
Guatemala.
He's in Guatemala. He's like looking for a new pair of pants, and he like holds a pair up, and he's like trying to figure out if they'll fit the Hulk, and there's a fat woman behind him, and he like... And she's turned around so she can't see him. He kind of like holds the pants up to her.
Super mean.
Super mean. She's not as big as the goddamn Hulk.
Not as big as the Hulk.
No, she was a little overweight.
Yeah. And for America, she was like a solid like average.
Have you ever seen those old movies where like they're like one person's meant to be the big fatso, but by today's standards, they're like pretty like they're in good enough shape. Like they're fine. I love that just our theory of obesity has just completely changed. Maybe since this movie. I thought we had giant fat people in the late 2000s.
Yeah, you graduated when high school when this movie came out.
Yeah.
And
we had big old fatsos. We had giant fatsos, I promise.
You played football with them.
Yeah, against them. We had lots of them. People were enormous. So on.
It's just getting worse.
Yeah, he gets back to the U.S., might be an illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
He's a
I don't know how he
citizen,
came back in.
but he definitely crossed the border illegally.
Yeah, he didn't have a passport.
However he got in, Trump doesn't like it. Let's put it that way.
Gotta build the wall. Keep the
Keep the
Hulk
Hulk down.
going.
Listen, this Hulk attack wouldn't happen if we had that goddamn wall.
People can't be like, well, goddamn it.
He's right, but he's still an idiot.
I don't like that Captain America. I don't like my soldiers who got captured.
I think my soldiers unfrozen.
Yeah. He wouldn't like James Buchanan Barnes.
No, God no. It's hilarious.
Yeah, back to this movie.
Back to this movie. At this point in the movie, he starts stalking Betty.
He's just like behind a tree and like.
But I don't like it in any movie when they show like the main love interest dude stalking the woman, because I feel like it normalizes it in a weird way. Like if you ever watch the movie The Graduate, apparently that movie is a big problem for like, I don't want to say the stalking community, because I don't think they have a strong community, but like it really put it out there at the time, like, no, if you love a woman, you just harass her nonstop until she completely gives in to you. What are we doing? No, especially not if you're gamma radiated. Don't do that. What are we doing, guys? Stop stalking people.
Yeah, and as he's like looking at her, her new boyfriend,
Ty Burrell,
played by Ty Burrell, my favorite actor on the planet. I literally can't name you 3 things Ty Burrell's done. I know he's done this, Modern Family. I couldn't.
I think he was in a sketch for Key and Peele.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. It was a pretty good sketch. He played a Nazi.
I could believe that.
Yeah.
He kind of has a Nazi-ish look to him. Oh, he's in Finding Dory.
No, well, there you go.
Good for Ty Burrell. Yeah, I don't hate Ty Burrell, certainly.
That should be the takeaway for our review here.
Yeah.
Ty Burrell, down the middle.
about a 5.
Seems like a straight shooter. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, and let's see here. Yeah, and then Bruce goes to like an old pizzeria where he knows the owner. I don't know how, they never really explained. And so he like gets a room there.
I assumed it was a Fry from Futurama kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kill that!
Yeah, Mr. What's his name?
Picciola, I forget.
Yeah, Puccinelli, something like that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
No, it wasn't that.
He says hi to one of the gamma-radiated dogs. He's like, "Hi, Seymour."
Yeah, just totally.
Just one for wanting it. Yeah. This time we see Lou Ferrigno, who played the Hulk.
Not yet.
Sorry.
That's in like 2 minutes. Yeah, and then or is that? Hold on, let me.
I think it had happened already.
No, it has not happened.
By the time he meets back up with Betty,
he is. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, and so he like works as a pizza delivery man for this pizza place, Stanley.
Yeah.
And as he's there, I think he wants just to get into the facilities to look up some stuff and chat with Mr. Blue.
Yeah.
And
that's his main goal at this point.
Yeah. And while he's there, we see Lou Ferrigno, who played the Hulk in the 70s show. Always great.
Sure. And he voices the turned Hulk, the Green Hulk, in this movie.
In this movie? I know he does in the Avengers.
I know he does in the Avengers. I think he does. I'm pretty sure.
He only gets like a couple lines of dialogue in this movie.
Yeah. Some of his grunts, if you have the subtitles on, turns out he's saying, like, "Leave me alone."
Yeah, which I didn't know.
Yeah, me either.
Like, oh, cool. And also the Hulk.
Yeah.
And also cool in this thing when he's chatting with Mr. Blue is we see Martin Starr.
Yeah.
Martin Starr, who we've loved for years.
By the time we see Martin Starr, we have seen Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin Starr, who we've loved for years. He was on Freaks and Geeks. He's been on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. You definitely recognize him to see him. He's on the show Silicon Valley right now. It's just a great show. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew the other stuff has been canceled.
Did it get canceled?
No, not Silicon Valley, but just the stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The other stuff. Yeah.
And he actually has just been cast in the new Spider-Man movie. So he's rejoining the MCU.
Interesting.
So he will be the second actor.
I guess if you don't count Lou Ferrigno.
We don't see Lou Ferrigno again.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, Martin Starr and William Hurt both get to come back.
Clearly, the two you would guess from the beginning, yeah.
Of course. Although if you did give me a choice to pick, I would probably pick Martin Starr. And so, yeah, he's chatting with Mr. Blue, and how exactly did their conversation go again?
It was basically like, okay, whatever we're doing isn't working, I need to see you.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah, but I can't help you if you won't let me, I think is this conversation.
And Betty, a little, like, in the next couple of scenes, goes into that pizza place with her new boyfriend, Ty Burrell. And,
He probably has a name.
It's Leonard Sanson. He actually becomes a villain. That's in the comics. I'm blanking on what that character does, but he is definitely Strongman.
Oh, that's Strongman.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Did they anticipate for Ty Burrell at some point to become Strongman?
I don't know.
Strongman, if I remember correctly, like absorbs radiation, turns into strength.
Yeah. He's
Something
also
like that.
featured on like a bunch of cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc Samson.
Interesting.
He's a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Doc Samson is.
Continue.
And to this point that Betty sees Bruce for the first time in apparently 5 years. And
Did she think he was dead? Do you think, what's the understanding here?
that's a tough call. I'm gonna say no. Because
She just thought he was on the run?
when she sees him again and they embrace in the rain, as all Marvel movies have their love interests do.
Sure. Girl in a white shirt.
Yeah, always gotta be see-through.
Yeah.
She says don't run or don't go. So I think she's known he's on the run. And you know, since Thunderbolt Ross is her father, that he's been talking about him.
100%.
They know that he's alive. That's what I think. And so they they're about to leave Culver, but then then the military finds out that Bruce is there, and they attack again. And Bruce hulks out and starts ripping shit apart again, and they destroy part of this university.
Yeah. Really fuck it up. And this is the first time that we see a really good Hulk.
Yeah,
We
the
get our
comic
first
opens
good look
in
at
any movie.
the
Really.
Incredible Hulk. Yeah, sure. How do you feel about the Hulk's design in this movie?
I liked it for what it was, since they didn't really have motion capturing like perfected yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does not look like Edward Norton, but that's okay.
A little bit of a page boy haircut.
Yeah, kind of a dumb haircut.
What's the dumbest haircut the Hulk could have?
Like bowl cut.
Bowl cut, man bun.
Man bun.
As the Hulk is turning, like as Bruce is turning,
He's just like putting his
he's
hair
putting
up.
his hair up in a bun.
No.
No.
Everybody's really confused.
What have I become?
Like a ponytail.
I'm the worst.
Yeah, he knows it. The Banner in him knows that the Hulk's a total douche.
To me, he looks a little like Brandon Routh.
Oh, you think?
But I think Brandon Routh looks like typical white dude.
Generic white dude.
Yeah, he looks as generic as you can for a white dude. Love Brandon Routh. Big B Routh fan over here.
Yeah, I like him much more as Adam
Yeah.
than Superman.
Not sure why Ted decided to shit on him for that movie.
Ted?
You remember the movie Ted, the Seth MacFarlane Bear movie?
Yeah.
The movie ended by making fun of Brandon Routh. They like just put up a thing of Brandon Routh where like, what the fuck was that Superman movie? And then just ended.
To be fair, that Superman movie is fucking awful. I hate that Superman movie.
Wait 8 months for us to get to it. Anyway.
I want to talk about it now. No, back to this. And so Bruce Blonsky actually, now with that super soldier serum, has like a really close fight with the Hulk.
Yeah, he's
It's
exchanging.
just like Tim Roth fighting the Hulk, and he's like doing flips and shit.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty cool. The
Yeah.
CGI on that looks fine.
By the way, very smart, resourceful Hulk.
Yeah, he's just like
He's not
rolling-
a dumb brute. He's using weapons and
Tools.
shields and tools. Yeah. I found that very interesting.
Yeah, like how Banner was resourceful in Brazil.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's almost like this entire movie has had that arc of just like he's getting smarter.
Yeah.
The Hulk is getting smarter. Every time you see him, he's doing more.
That's an interesting thing. I'm going to bring it up next scene in the cave. Continue.
Sure. And yeah, and Blonsky gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the Hulk like kicks him into a tree.
Yeah.
And
He's not powerful enough. He's not up to the challenge.
Blonsky, he says he's not powerful enough. And so Banner, as the Hulk, takes Betty to like this cave nearby.
Where is this cave in Virginia? Yeah, we live near Virginia.
Yeah. Virginia's like right there.
Yeah.
There's no cave.
There's no...
You go to the Ray Caverns?
There's like groups walking past them.
Get out.
Do you think that the Hulk and Bruce Banner share the same motivations? Do they share a soul?
They share the same instinct.
Why do you think that?
Betty.
They definitely both have an urge to protect Betty. Part of me feels like for the Hulk, though, that might just be protecting the less power, not necessarily her.
Also,
she's an innocent, quote unquote.
What do we see Banner trying to do when he's escaping?
Just get the fuck out.
Survive.
Yeah.
What does the Hulk just do? Survive.
True. But I mean, that's basic for any organism.
Instinct.
True.
That's everybody has instinct. And
they both definitely share a sense of isolation and loneliness. I think those are two giant themes in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Isolation and loneliness.
And what's funny is one of the scenes, I think it was when he was in Guatemala, is they played the old theme of him like walking away sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just did the Arrested Development one, I'm sorry. By the way, thanks for the rest of this from Peanuts. I'm fucking up all over the place. I apologize. Though the scene where they were attacking the Hulk...
Culver?
Yeah, at Culver University, there was a tie-in comic that put Black Widow... Natasha Romanoff, Agent Romanoff from S.H.I.E.L.D., Scarlett Johansson, at that fight.
Yeah, she was there.
And she, like, witnessed him hulking out for the first time.
And it freaked her out.
Yeah.
And that's interesting, given what we know now.
She got a taste for that Hulk dick.
Yeah, don't say that, because the internet's been super gross.
That's definitely true. Listen, we've all seen things we didn't want to see.
We've all seen that shit. God. I think you showed me that.
Classic Joe.
Haunting my dreams. Yeah, Blonsky, he survived the battle and is completely healed.
Yeah.
He's fine. And Ross...
He's just pissed off.
Yeah. And he just wants another crack at the Hulk. And Banner and Betty make their way to New York to try and find Mr. Blue to cure Bruce.
Yeah.
And they find him, and it's Dr. Samuel Stearns, played by Tim Blake Nelson.
Tim Blake Nelson. Before this, there's a scene of Liv Tyler and Edward Norton trying to fuck, not being able to. Hilarious.
Yeah, classic. Because his heart rate goes up.
Yeah.
And his watch starts beeping.
Not a lot of movies have a dry-dicked main hero.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
It's true.
But increases his sense of isolation and loneliness.
Him and Cap.
Yeah.
Can share.
Yeah.
Can share.
You can't have... I can't have that! Oh, yeah! Let's blow each other. Continue.
You can't get through one episode without a blowjob joke.
No!
There was the Yinsen stuff, and then...
I have a brand!
Yeah, and we see Bruce and Betty find the doctor, and he's elated to see Bruce. He didn't even know if he was real, he said.
Yeah. Dr. Sam Stearns.
And the original tests that they start to run are to try and cure Bruce, right?
Yes, he's trying to understand as much as he can. He's trying to help cure him. That's the agreement. But he definitely does want a lot of his blood.
Yeah. We see that, like, he has a lot of his blood, because Bruce sent him blood.
Yeah.
Because he's like, let me try and cure it. But he didn't. He just concentrated and made a shitload more.
Yeah.
Basically doing what Thunderbolt Ross wanted to do.
Yeah, he's doing the exact same thing. But I don't think he's driven by malevolence.
No, greed.
I think, not even greed, curiosity.
Yeah.
He just wants to know what's going on, and he wants to understand it as completely as possible, which makes sense for this character, given that Sam Stearns, Dr. Samuel Stearns, eventually becomes the leader.
Right.
The leader being
and
kind of...
a tease of this.
Yeah, we do get a tease of this. Kind of becoming the Hulk, but for the mind.
Right.
Intellectual. An intellectual Hulk rather than a physical Hulk.
Although he does say, we could get the Nobel for this. That's pretty greedy.
Yeah, true. I think he's just saying this is a huge breakthrough.
Yeah, it's a big opportunity for everybody.
Yeah.
For literally everybody. So we can
all routes lead to the super soldier.
It's true. Yeah, and all lives with Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they seemingly almost have a breakthrough trying to cure Bruce, but it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, they think they cure him.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because he turns into the Hulk and they're able to turn him back.
Yeah.
And this is the first time where he hasn't been turned back basically by exhaustion.
Yeah.
Just over time
or
to
his
turn
feet
back.
go down.
Yeah.
He gets less hyped up.
This is the first time he is able to control it, quote unquote.
And as he turns back into Bruce, the SWAT team storms in again.
Yep.
They find him because they found out Samuel Stearns was Mr. Blue because they took Banner's computer from the Culver University incident.
Also, he sends Stearns an email that gets intercepted by S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Super Patriot acty.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And so they manage to track him down, and they storm in, and Blonsky and all of them take down Banner without incident. He's on like a stretchered out to Ross. But Blonsky stays behind and demands Stearns give him the power.
Yeah. He wants to be the new Hulk.
Yeah. And Blonsky says, with that stuff there that he gave you, this could turn you into some sort of abomination.
Yeah.
And super cool.
Yeah. We don't know how this Hulk blood is going to react. Give it with the super soldier serum that you have. It could be anything. You could die immediately.
Yeah.
And he does not die immediately.
Yeah, he turns into a fucking monster.
Yeah, and he starts wrecking up the joint. This is when Stearns, Tim Blake Nelson,
gets knocked to the ground.
Gets knocked to the ground. There's a laceration on his head, and was it some of Banner's blood?
Yeah, it was Mr. Green's blood was on the pack.
Yeah. Gets
drips
down into his laceration, into his bloodstream, and his head starts malforming and pulsing, and he smiles. And that's supposed to be the setup for most likely the next movie, where it'll be the leader versus the Hulk.
But we never
haven't seen it yet.
And I actually have something about that afterwards. And so Blonsky is ripping through Harlem, and on now helicopter, Banner and everybody, Thunderbolt Ross, Betty Ross is also there, see this. They're like, the Hulk's running through the street. They get that message, and they look over, and Bruce is just sitting there.
Yeah.
And
waving. Hi guys.
Hey guys, what's up? Everything okay? Everything good over there? And so then they see what it is, and I guess they deduce it's Blonsky.
I think, I think
he says something.
Does he? I forget.
Yeah, something happens. They
realize it's Blonsky.
Yeah, and so Thunderbolt just wants to send more troops because Blonsky has murdered a lot of people.
Yeah. They need to take care of this. He's ripping apart Harlem, and he's going to keep going until he's stopped.
Yeah. He wants a challenge.
Yeah.
And he knows that challenge is the Hulk. Bruce knows that too. And so he tells Ross to open up the back door of the helicopter, or the helicarrier, and he just falls out as Bruce Banner. And he hits the ground, hulks out, super cool moment.
Goes down to hell, and up comes the Hulk.
Yeah, basically.
Metaphorically.
And the two just engage in a big old fight in Harlem.
Here we get, the battle for Harlem.
CGI a little wonky.
Little wonky. The Hulks and the Hulk and the Abomination looked pretty good to me.
Yeah.
The explosions looked like garbage.
Yeah.
To me. Like they just looked like little fireballs that would immediately dissipate.
And so they didn't even notice them.
Yeah.
Like I guess the Hulk wouldn't really react to it, but he was still like.
In further movies, I think is as powered as he gets.
Yeah.
As I've seen.
And they fight.
Maybe.
And Bruce, some brutal things happen in this fight. Like Bruce is ripping out some of his protruding bones. Yeah, like stabbing him with him. He gets Abomination stabs the Hulk in the chest. And that's when he has a really weird line about how he's gonna, once he's done here, he's gonna take care of Betty or something. And I found that odd. Why would he kill Betty? Why would he kill Betty? How much did he even know about that relationship? He saw him there. I guess. It felt like a really weird line to me. Yeah, I just think he's getting crazy. Yeah. I think it's fucking with his mind. Everything has happened. And he beats him. Hulk wins. He chokes him out. He chokes him out. He wins. He's resourceful again. Yeah. He continues to be resourceful. Chokes him out of the chain. He's using weapons and everything throughout. But he also embraces his savagery. Yeah. He says, maybe I can't control the Hulk, but maybe I can tame it. Yeah. And that's what he does. Yeah. And eventually, he overcomes Blonsky. Bunch of Harlem is destroyed. Yeah, Harlem, which is mentioned in the Avengers. Oh, it's mentioned throughout. The Daredevil and Jessica Jones. It gets brought up many times. It's a battle of Harlem. So that's how you know this is still canon. Yeah, 100%. This happened, people. Just pretend it was Mark Ruffalo. Yeah. Honestly. Or just watch it. Yeah, who gives a shit? It's still decent. 57% is bullshit. I challenge you to put Mark Ruffalo's head on a popsicle stick. And just follow it around.
Do like the mustache TV thing where you
Yeah.
put a mustache, but it's just Mark Ruffalo's head.
Yeah. That'd be fun. We should do that next time.
Yeah, we should do that next time. Continue.
Wish I would have thought of that. And then he has a nice peaceful moment with Betty, and then the Hulk just runs away.
Yeah. Ross lets him go. Does not chase him.
Yeah.
Why do you think?
Because I think he trusts Banner now.
He trusts it. He thinks he's kind of earned it.
Yeah.
Especially because he saved his daughter. Ross is an asshole to
Ross
Betty.
is a villain.
Yeah, he puts his daughter at risk a lot. He does it at Culver. He does it the Battle of Harlem. She's in danger the whole movie because of him.
Even the first.
Ironic, considering he started the movie chasing down Bruce because Bruce had put her in danger.
And even though
he becomes the thing he hated.
Even though Ross basically put her in danger, he didn't tell anybody what the fuck you're doing.
True. Definitely true. Secrets, another big motif in this movie.
Yeah.
Another big theme.
And then a month later, we see that Banner's in Canada.
Before that, we get the last shot of Liv Tyler in the MCU.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a weird one.
Yeah.
Because she had taken some photos of him on a digital camera. Yeah, just like, hey, some isn't my man cute kind of photo. And she sees that it's like low battery on her digital camera, and
it
clicks off, and that's supposed to mean something?
Bitch, charge your camera.
Bitch, charge up your camera. You can recharge a camera. I feel like
shit out.
You're a scientist. I feel like I'm dealing with my grandmother.
Oh man, did you see that thing that went viral? It was this dude, he saw on his grandma's laptop that she typed in, "Hello, please translate this for me, thank you," on Google. She said thank you to Google.
That's adorable. I wish old people were that nice on the internet. I deal with a lot of old people on the internet in my job. They're usually not that nice.
They don't say thank you.
No, 100% no. Anyone between 40 and 60, I've heard people say, oh, wow, I would just say, isn't the internet great? You can say things you would never say in real life. Bitch, that's not what the internet is for.
You and 12-year-olds have the same thing. Are you the ones calling, videos fags on YouTube?
We think it's been 12-year-olds this whole time. It's really 55-year-old investment bankers. Big time homos. Show titties.
Yeah, for real. She bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bruce is in Canada now, and instead of trying to suppress his transformation, he basically does it.
Yeah, this is the same.
He controlled it.
Yeah, he opens his eyes, they flash green, so it kind of puts forward that he is in control
That's
now.
My secret cabin.
Yeah. I'm always angry. This is also a cabin, by the way, small Easter egg that will show up later in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Pretty
I remember watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode, I was like, is this the cabin?
And,
I picked it up
yeah.
immediately.
And
That was super smart.
And so now we have a pre-credit scene, which I guess all of the scenes are.
Yeah, a scene.
Yeah.
This isn't really the final scene, I think you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see Tony Stark approaches General Thunderbolt Ross in a bar, and they have a fun little back and forth. And Tony tells him that they're putting together a team.
They're putting together a team, and that team will eventually become the X-Men.
Oh.
We both went for a shitty joke. Good for us. The Thunderbolts. Which is a team, yeah.
Not a good team.
Can we call it the Thunderbolts?
Fuck off, Ross.
Okay,
characters.
Let's dig into these characters. Let's start with Bruce. Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner, I think...
Points to anybody who can figure out what I just referenced there.
Absolutely no one will get any points. He's driven a lot by isolation and loneliness. And his bent throughout the movie is to find a way to cure himself, to control himself. Thoughts on Edward Norton's performance as the Incredible Hulk?
I liked it.
I didn't think he was great. I don't think he's a good fit. And I love Edward Norton.
Yeah, Primal Fear.
Oh, so good. Birdman.
Birdman, yeah.
Yeah, one of our favorite movies. He is...
Fuck you, Eddie Redmayne.
Fuck you, Eddie Redmayne. We're going to say it every episode if we have to.
Yeah, if I could find a way...
Listen, if I have to appeal to the Oscar superdelegates to get Michael Keaton as Oscar, I will do it. I will find a way. I didn't think he was great, but I thought overall the Bruce Banner story arced relatively well.
That's what I was talking about. I like the Bruce Banner story, and I thought he was fine in it.
He was fine. That's what it was. He was fine. There's nothing wrong with what he did.
And I wouldn't have been mad if he ended up staying as Bruce Banner.
No, he would have been just fine. There's nothing Ruffalo
has done that Norton couldn't have done.
Not to say that Ruffalo isn't better. I think Ruffalo is a better.
I think Ruffalo is better for one purpose. I think that his chemistry with everybody.
Yeah, true, and I think he shows vulnerability a lot.
He's more lovable.
He's a little bit more lovable. He's a little bit more sad.
Yeah, he's kind of frumpy.
Yeah, I think that's perfect for Bruce Banner. Yeah,
like if they made a movie about our lives, like Mark Ruffalo would play our dad.
Yeah, 100%. And so I feel like Ruffalo is a little bit better in that, but Edward Norton still does a good job. He shows desperation well. I think he does a good job being desperate for a lot of this movie.
You were right. Lou Ferrigno does voice the Hulk in this.
Yeah, I thought I was true. Any more thoughts on Ed Norton as Bruce Banner?
I mean, there's no single scene where I can point out and be like, he's stuck there.
Yeah.
But there's also no really scene where I can be like, that's an amazing scene.
Yeah.
Because all of the deep emotional stuff was the Hulk.
I thought he was pretty good in Brazil. Some of the Brazil stuff's really good.
Yeah. The movie moves a little slow at that point.
Yeah.
That's when we were
definitely slow start.
That's when we were eating lunch.
Definitely a slow start. You don't have to let people in on all the little stuff.
Well, I'm just saying, that happened.
I'm not denying it. Liv Tyler played Betty, Dr. Elizabeth Ross. Did Marvel solve its female problem in this movie, or is it a continuation of just not really having a strong female character?
I feel like such a sexist ass. Just because I didn't like Gwyneth Paltrow, and I don't like Liv Tyler.
She wasn't good in this.
She wasn't good in this.
She was not very good. She wasn't given a lot to do.
No, she wasn't.
But what she was given to do, she did not do particularly well. I thought she didn't really get across any. I didn't know what her deal was the whole movie. Did she want him back? Did she not want him back?
Also,
she dropped Ty Burrell in a fucking heartbeat.
Samson.
Yeah.
She does not know what's going on.
Yeah, no, she's just gone. She is a damsel in distress MacGuffin throughout.
Yeah.
Which is a problem in the script. There's a lot of things that she could be doing to help further the plot. She's a very capable scientist, or at least could be.
Her father is the villain, basically.
Yeah, her father's the villain. That never really comes up.
They never really have a one-on-one talk.
No. She isn't given a lot to do. And I wonder if that's just because maybe they had stuff, but they pulled it out, because Liv Tyler's just not the best. I haven't seen anything that I've thought, like, she's really good.
Leftovers, I think.
Is she?
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it.
But I also haven't heard people like, no, just go watch Leftovers. So.
I've heard that a little bit. But I hear that about everything.
Yeah, apparently TV's all great.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm too busy rewatching season 2 of The Flash.
Yeah.
Get up off of me. Matt's too busy watching Arrow still for some reason.
No, I'm caught up on Arrow. Because I want to tell you guys how I feel about it, and I will one day.
Yeah, that will be another 6-hour podcast.
We have lots.
We have lots to say. William Hurt plays General Thunderbolt Ross. You consider him the main villain in this movie instead of the Abomination.
I didn't say that. I said he is a villain.
You said the villain.
He's a villain. You are right, he is a villain.
He is a villain in this movie. He is the understandable villain.
Yeah.
He is the,
it's like, that's what would happen.
Yeah.
And I always come to that. It's like, that's what you do. That's the play. Because I'm sure he wants more super soldiers, man.
He wants more super soldiers. From a professional standpoint, he wants more super soldiers. And he has this thing that no one understands out on the loose. That's a problem.
Yeah.
And he wants to help protect people by bringing it in and testing on it and harnessing it as much as possible.
He's a total cock, though.
He's a total cock about it.
He's not telling anybody.
Here's where I want to talk about the theme of secrets throughout the movie. There's a lot of secrets going around. Bruce Banner has secrets from the world. General Ross keeps secrets from his teams. He keeps secrets from Blonsky, from his own daughter. Nobody in this movie is telling the truth. Am I right?
Yeah.
Nobody in this movie is telling the truth. Do you think problems in this movie could have been saved with honesty? If everyone's honest from the get-go, do we still end up in the same place at the end of the movie?
No, because I don't think Banner's the Hulk.
Oh, even from the go.
Yeah.
Just because.
I don't think Bruce would have done it.
Yeah, even the origin of the Hulk is rooted in a lie.
Yeah.
So he was told a lie, and that's what eventually.
He would never bet on himself.
If he thought it was a super soldier kind of thing. Interesting.
And you know what's interesting is you know who Ross basically is? Basically Captain Ahab.
Yeah, there's a very much an Ahab chasing his whale kind of thing, his white whale. That's a great way to view this character.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Good for you, man.
And
he catches the white whale, lets it go.
Yeah.
Did not read the book. Don't know if that's what happened.
I think that'd be a good.
I think he dies.
Yeah, I think he dies.
Should read that book.
We didn't have to read it for high school.
Yeah.
We went to the same high school. So.
#1 high school in the state of Maryland, baby.
Yeah,
They produce us. There's a Ku Klux Klan leader.
Yeah, we're great.
Playboy model.
Really?
Yeah, from like 2006 or something.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was like 18 in a day when she posed for Playboy. Barely legal. You're almost a pedophile.
Yeah. This is 2 days ago. We'd also go to jail. That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
All right. Second to last. Tim Roth as Emil Blonsky. I love Tim Roth.
He was really good in this. I thought he was great throughout. I thought he put together one of the best acting performances, one of the best fits of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's not physically imposing. He's driven.
A small man.
He's driven by masculinity. There's a whole masculinity thing, which is, the Hulk is often put forward as a masculinity tale and the super ego and id and ego kind of thing.
As tiny as a man as Tim Roth is, he is one of the most imposing men in Hollywood, in my opinion.
Yes. He's so intense. He's so intense. He plays the villain, the physical villain, the physical challenge. Physical challenge! Very well, I think.
And,
he's driven by masculinity. He's driven that he's like kind of he's over the hill.
Yeah.
As a soldier, he says that at one point. He's 45. Me 10 years ago. If I had my brain now, that's somebody you wouldn't want to come across. And his bench is trying to reclaim his place at the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
Which, to his credit,
he got there.
He does. If you're the Abomination, you're pretty much at the top.
Like, he was like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, he's fucked up Harlem. Yeah. I thought he was great throughout. I understand not bringing him back, but during Civil War, I really wanted to see him back in the prison that we saw in the movie. No spoilers.
Do you know where he is?
No.
S.H.I.E.L.D. has him.
S.H.I.E.L.D. has him? See, I think I knew that.
They also have Stearns.
They also have Stearns, and I thought that we were going to see at least maybe Blonsky in that thing.
When I heard William Hurt was coming back,
I was like,
holy shit,
Tim Roth might
come
back.
Yeah. I was over the moon. He didn't come back, spoilers. But, it's all right.
No, yeah, I mean, no, we've already said that we just see William Hurt. But he does a great job. And if it's just this, so be it.
So be it. He did a good job.
Yeah. Tim Blake Nelson plays Sam Stearns, Dr. Sam Stearns.
I like him.
He did exactly what was asked of him, I think.
Yeah.
Poor Tim Blake Nelson. He's in 2 comic book movies. This, where he never gets brought back, even though it definitely looks like he's getting brought back.
Oh, he's supposed to.
It's the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk was really the biggest character.
Oh, yeah, everybody knew about Hulk.
At the time, because they didn't have rights to Spider-Man, and they still don't have rights to the Fantastic Four or the X-Men.
Right.
So he was like, everybody knows who the Hulk is. Every 4-year-old boy is the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hulk smash.
Yeah, they're running into stuff.
Toys.
Yeah. He's immediately recognizable.
Yeah, he's pretty much a lead villain, which he easily could be.
But he never comes back.
Nope. And
he's also in another comic book movie, the 2000...
Your favorite movie.
Fuck yourself. The 2000... Go sit on fucking pineapple. The 2016 Fantastic Four. 2015, you're right, Fantastic Four. Which is not good. And he thought at the time that he was going to be possibly a recurring part of that. Not the case.
No.
So, poor Tim Blake Nelson.
There was a very different reason in that movie than this one.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
That wraps up. Ty Burrell didn't do much in this movie.
Yeah, Ty Burrell doesn't
It's
do a lot.
weird that Ty Burrell.
He basically shows up, gets cuckolded, and, right?
Yeah.
he gets cock-blocked by the Hulk, who then can't even fuck. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Calls William Hurt a liar, and he's out.
Yeah.
Overall, on this movie, we've kind of touched on a lot of the themes, secrets and secretivity, masculinity, Captain Ahab, loneliness and isolation play strong factors in this movie. Overall, how do you rate this movie?
It's certainly not my least favorite Marvel movie.
Out of 5 contaminated soda bottles, how many contaminated soda bottles do you give it?
3.5.
3.5? I would give it 3. I think I'm going to go 3. But that's only a 60%. Yeah,
I'm going to say 3.5 because I just love Tim Roth.
Yeah, he's pretty good in it.
If it wasn't Tim Roth, it was like...
There's definitely some slow parts. There's definitely slow parts, and there's some weird jokes.
Yeah.
I know Ed Norton helped rewrite it.
There's some Norton.
And I can pinpoint a couple of the jokes that are definitely him. So, do you rate it above or below Iron Man?
Are we going to do that?
I think we should rate the whole MCU.
Okay.
For Phase 1.
It is below Iron Man.
It is below Iron Man. There's no universe.
I've never heard a person say that they like this movie more than Iron Man.
So our current ranking...
A lot of people say this is their least favorite one, and I think a lot of that is rooted in the fact that it's not really canonical anymore.
Yeah. It's an easy...
Yeah,
it's an easy last place. It's an easy last place.
Yeah.
But I think there's movies that have much bigger problems than any problem this movie has.
Right.
The biggest problem in this movie really is no strong female, and not a lot of there's just no good female stuff going on in this movie. Big problem, and it's just slow at times.
Also, and I don't want to say that just because I don't think this is just a problem movie. Wasn't that funny?
No. Yeah. It really isn't. If this came out today, there would be a lot of complaints about it not being funny, which I don't think a comic book movie
exactly.
has
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't have.
Incredible Hulk is not a funny character.
Right. But even the moments that were supposed to be comedic did not land.
Yeah. Iron Man is a funny character. Spider-Man is a funny character. Deadpool is a funny character.
Even Thor is.
Thor can be a funny character situationally. Yeah.
But Cap was funnier. That's not really. That's a war movie, dude.
Yeah.
I think
that is our thoughts about Iron Man. Anything else?
That's the Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk. Well, we're gonna have to start this whole goddamn thing over again. That is our thoughts about 2008's Incredible Hulk.
Next Friday, Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2, continuing with the MCU before we launch into another thing. We're doing the entire MCU Phase 1, then changing gears. You can get ahead, find us. The response to our podcast, by the way, has been amazing.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Our show on Twitter already has more followers than I do on Twitter.
For sure, and you can find us on Twitter at Up and Away Show.
Yeah.
You can email us upandawaypodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Up and Away, Instagram, Up and Away Show.
Podcast is Instagram.
It is. You're correct. Up and Away Podcast on Instagram.
We couldn't get podcast for Twitter. Sorry.
Yeah.
We made a show.
Yeah.
But it was fine. You'll find it. We got a nice logo that I made.
Anything else that you want to put out there, Matt? Go ahead, please subscribe to our podcast, rate us, review us. That always is a huge help.
Tell us what you guys want. If we're not doing something with these movies that you would like to hear, let us know.
We're always around. And so, for Matt, this is Joe. Up and Away. We'll see you guys soon.